Goldwell, instead of working on Angel Loader selective import functionality, which is turning out to be kind of trickier to imagine how it would work than I thought, I'm playing some games. Hi. Oh, hell. Gree. That's going to be my new, I can't steal from my friends. Sorry, it's just an impulse. Gree. And then I start the video, okay? I have to remember to leave a key to the tunnel gate for the miller. Oh yeah, she talks like this. We have a nice arrangement going. He gets a chunk of the profits for using the mill. Oh, wait a minute. This is like an exact copy of her journal. Unless she managed to run in there and sneak it out while I was traipsing around town. So yeah, there's the tunnel gate. Now, oh, I just wanted to... Sorry, I don't mean to steal from you. It's just like, you know, kleptomania. And so, I thought there was a problem I had with the key when I played this first, and I think one of the keys ended up on the ground, or I just didn't notice it going into my inventory or something. I was like, where's the key? But I guess that didn't happen this time, so alright. Now, I don't know why I couldn't just betray her and just go to the hotel anyway. Because she's given me the info up front, and that's not good business. So, off you go then. Although I guess this is sort of robbing from her, maybe. But... Uh-oh. Okay, you thought he might come this way. So yeah, I don't think I could open this gate in my first playthrough because, like, something weird happened with the key, but... Yeah, so I got to find some dirt on Lash, right? I sort of roughly remember. Oh, yeah. His pet spider. It's kind of cute. I don't know. Spider. I mean, actual spiders. It's kind of a shame that humans have such a revulsion because they're useful creatures. They eat the bugs and stuff. And they go fast. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Now, see, I don't know how that spider's gonna react if I knock this dude out. Maybe not at all, but...
Too much coffees this morning. I'm
that's
twitchy as hell.
why I'm hesitating. Oh, well, I guess I'll never know, but... I mean, I didn't want to knock out your cute pet spider over there, shooting a web all up in the building and pouncing on top of people with great big anime eyes. No, I'm not thinking of spiders. What am I thinking of? Oh yeah, anime persons. That's right. Oh, very different. But still. Anime... Oh, yeah, that's my room key, yo. Like, don't confuse. Don't bug. The spider's bug. You know how cat's mouse? Cat is a mouser, which means it kills mice. Well, a spider is a bugger, which means it eats bugs. It's a bugger, yeah. Also, this, I recall, that looks like an object, and I remember trying to figure out a way to open it, but couldn't figure it out, so I don't know. Now, I know how to open missions in Drawmed these days, because I had to test it for Angel Loader. Also, I had to do it one time for Tarataba 2, when I was going around for 1,500 hours in a mission that was a super annoying maze. But yeah, I'm not actually going to do that, because it's the same reason why I only use this key to get myself unstuck, and to take screenshots, and not to, like, cheat unless the mission is by Soul Tier, but The Red Lady of Blackwell Hall, a history. Among the most notable of local legends is the haunting of Blackwell Manor, now a hotel known simply as the Blackwell. Once the Blackwell family residence, the hotel is situated in a picturesque mountainside setting near Witchwood Forest. But the tranquil scene belies the dark history of the manor and its inhabitants. Before its transformation, the manor remained unused since the days when Alexander and Elizabeth Blackwell were lord and lady of the hall. During the years the manor stood vacant, many claimed to have seen the figure of a tall woman standing in a high tower window. She has become known as the Red Lady for the color of her dress and her dark auburn hair. Since opening as a hotel, reports of other odd occurrences abound. Many guests... That's a typo. Know that many guests have experienced a feeling of foreboding or a sense of gloom or dread. Some have reported seeing ghostly apparitions, dark figures appearing out of nowhere and seen only out of the corner of the eye. Many also report hearing disembodied voices, the sound of footsteps, and even occasionally the laughter of a small child. No one is certain what tragic events have unfolded under the many-tiered roofs of the manor, or who most of the ghostly inhabitants might be, but the Red Lady of Blackwell Hall figures prominently as one of the most colorful and unnerving of local legends. Oh, that's the info. Right. Just kind of randomly here. Well, it's not randomly at all. I was led directly here. Also, excuse me for just a second. Mic adjustment. What makes it hard to adjust this mic on a boom arm is that because the arm is long, because that's what it is, the tiniest adjustment will like make the mic end go up or down a lot. You know what I'm saying, right? So, yes. Somehow flashback to way home, was it? Drop your picks in Rivers to... Oh, hey. Look at this chair. Where you had to find books behind chairs and stuff. Oh. So, yeah. This, I mean, I'm pretty sure even... This is definitely an object because it's lit weirdly. No, it's not. It's not. What? Well, that's just bizarre. I could swear that was an object. Okay, well, whatever. There's nothing there anyway, I'm certain. I mean, I didn't look in Drummond because I don't do that. I want to treat missions like a player with respect. Oh yeah, that's that. There's still this, and for some reason I'm thinking of a hole in the roof like a vent or something, and because I think there is one here. Yeah, there is, but why did I think... Oh, why did I think that was of import? I'm not sure. It looks like it is of no importance whatsoever. But last episode I kind of got a little too far into the voice, because... well, not the voice, but just me trying to say things on the fly. And I actually have started writing down topics I want to talk about in LPs, if I think of them. But of course, I can't see them because this screen is taking up my entire vision. But, I don't know. And also, all of them would make really clunky segues, like, hey, let me talk about Steven Universe again, or whatever. But, speaking of Steven Universe, if I had known what the blurb for the show was, I guess I just was impressed that there was a vent in the ceiling because of a fire down here. Mom's just like, we're on fire underground, burn all this wood and be my head, or something. Actually, I guess the vent has nothing to do with whether it burns the wood or not, but hey, whatever. If I'd have known the blurb for Steven Universe, I probably wouldn't have watched it, because I didn't know anything about it. I just knew it was supposed to be good. And that's why the first few episodes I was like, eh? Because the theme song totally sounds like a Monster of the Week theme song. It's like, we are the Crystal Gems and we'll always save the day. Just totally sounds like some random, like, ragtag group that just always be fighting the Monster of the Week and the story never goes anywhere. That's what the theme song sounds like. So I thought that's what it was going to be. And when the first few episodes were like... these characters, meh, Steven's annoying. I was just like, I guess this isn't for me, hence why I said that in my Q&A, but I didn't realize. And also the blurb is like, oh, this is a coming-of-age story, and those are terrible, right? Those are just a bunch of miserable teenagers being miserable and unpleasantly miserable, and awkward, and unpleasant. But for some reason, Steven Universe isn't. It's super great, and it, even if you describe some of the arcs that happened, I don't even want to describe them in case it will put other people off, but it's like, it makes them sound so serious, and in a bad way, I mean, like, it tackles issues, quote-unquote, and tackling issues is uniformly horrible, right? It's like, oh, here's a movie about teen pregnancy with an unhappy teen on the cover who's pregnant and tackles the issue, and you just know it's going to be a whole bunch of dour stuff. Of course, I don't mean to say that isn't a serious issue, but it's like... Because I never caused that when I was a teenager because I was way too smart for my own good. No, in that case I was properly smart. Well, it wasn't that I was smart so much as that I was like weird and confused and never had a girlfriend because I was dumb and awkward, and also, yeah, but this is just like super annoying. But you guys are gonna... Should I cut this out? Maybe I'll cut that part out. It was just unpleasant. Like, it wasn't anything that I'm ashamed to say. It was just, I don't want to make you guys feel... But yeah, anyways, movies movies that tackle the issue of teen pregnancy win awards, even when much more entertaining ones don't. But I don't know the content, so maybe it tackles it as well as Steven Universe would tackle an issue such as toxic relationships or something like that. I've forgotten what I'm saying, but let's just read a book. Rasmus is so strange. He's a fine butcher, but he keeps to himself, and his behavior is nothing short of bizarre at times. Last year, I saw him burying something in my garden one night. Turned out to be a beanstalk that grew the best beans I've ever eaten. Too bad it got the blight and I had to cut it down. Then he bought a scraggly old goose that laid 2 eggs every day like clockwork. He didn't seem to care much about them, so I snuck in there every morning and took one for myself. I think he might have suspected because he started giving me suspicious looks. Wendelin wants me to take delivery of another shipment of goods at the mill. I'm a little nervous about it, what with Lash's men and all, but camped out there, and I still don't know what happened to Marcus. So this isn't a thing, weirdly enough. Oh, it's a bathroom. You know. I was going to mention another idea I had for the comedy mission, but I'm not going to because, who knows, I might actually make it one day, and I don't want to spoil everything, do I? No. Ugh. Thank God for new mantling, or the builder. There is no God, only the builder, and only Zool, and only Zuri-chan. Okay. Shut up, you're snoring. Because Thief Gold, in the original Old Dark Engine, you would have only 1 volume slider. But here you've got 2, just like Thief 2, and I think one of them might not count or something, because Thief Gold just doesn't have 2 sliders, but I don't know, maybe with New Dark they do count. I'm not sure, but the volume is sort of different and weird and differently weird. Oh, I thought that was a mirror. But no, it wasn't. So, anyways, yes. Steven Universe tackles issues in a way that's entertaining and emotional and not dour like you would be fearing. Oh, it's this house. Hey guys, it's this house. You know, the one where some keeper mage dude walked out of here, and I was like, oh, it was that guy. Oh. Well, I'm a thief and I sneak around. Yeah, so, I feel like I might be falling slightly too much into habits, but I'll try to keep from doing that, so, yeah, oh, and this is just this. Great, okay, yeah. Yeah, Lash Luru. So, because, again, it's not that I don't want to talk in a funny voice like this, it's that when I feel like I'm doing that instead of being real, still finding a balance between being real and being funny, you know, that'll come. So, in the meantime, I guess we're about a month out, according to Pukey, from the beta of the new version, but then who knows how long betas take, I don't know. For something as polished as this, maybe a while, so I don't know when the full version will come out, but it is still happening is the thing, so good. So I think I've got... So I'm supposed to find dirt on this dude, S/Esquire. Loan sharking. So I guess you could have AIs just not notice you in an area. Like, I'm guessing this guy notices me when I'm out here, but I don't know. But there's a dude on a balcony. No, there isn't. I took him out. Great. But yeah, he will be the bane of you if you don't. Dark, please. Where have I been in here? No. So everybody used these constantly because they're funny. Like, everybody was like, okay, got vanilla resources. How can I get something interesting? I know, I'll raid the joke mission. Right? Oh. Hey, those don't even cause light. Because these candles that cause light and then you can take them as loot and then the light goes away, they caused a bit of a discussion for ghosting because it was like, well, can you take these, because they're loot, for ghosting, can you take them even if they make the light go out? And eventually the answer was no, you can't, because that would just, you know, it would open up a can of worms and stuff. But, so yeah, you can't do that, but they're neat otherwise. I don't understand it. No one's buying my latest work. Wendelin from the Salty Strumpet said it might be too abstract. Ah, Wendy, you are far too nice. What does that even mean? The proprietor at the hotel well, I would say it. I mean, in a game, you got to be mean-spirited because it's funny. The proprietor at the hotel commissioned me to do copies of the family portraits. Don't know what he plans to do with the originals, though they must be worth a lot of money. They were painted by Beauregard, that amateur. It took me no time at all to copy the originals. I even added my own distinctive style at no extra charge. I have them on display in the gallery now, and I can't wait for the proprietor to see them. I know he's going to love them. He's always liked my work. He even called it avant-garde once. Oh, so he knows and intentionally did it. Awesome. Well, everyone's happy. 2 people are happy anyway. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds sophisticated. Maybe if he likes these, he'll become something of a patron. I might even become famous and have a studio in the city. So yeah, I don't know. It's what you do. And there's a loft for no real reason. Hey, it's empty. Maybe there's a ghost up in here. Because it's funny. I have on occasion when I used to live in somewhere else. No, it was in the same city. It was in a different house with a bunch of other people. One of them was like real quirky. And was like, hey, I heard that some places are haunted. And I'm just like, yeah, that doesn't exist. But then it's like weirdly, I'm just like, I kind of want to see it, just to prove that it doesn't exist. But like, what if something, No. Like, because I don't know, all kinds of interesting explanations that could be used in horror missions. Like, I heard somebody say, see, I don't even know if this is a thing or if someone's just making it up. It sounds kind of made up to me, but there was something about how wiring in old houses was, like, badly shielded, and, yeah, this is totally a load of crap. It doesn't even make sense. But, what I'm saying is it would be good for a surreal horror mission to have, like, a house where it's, like, old and there's something about it. The old electricals or old gas devices or just, like, old machines somehow surreally, like, make it seem like it's haunted because they mess with your head because... I know it doesn't make scientific sense, but it's like it makes... I like to do surreal things that kind of make, like, flow sense. Like, you can see... Whoa, okay. God damn, there's just not any... dark like ever. It's just like, okay, the machines mess with your head and you don't have to have an explanation because, like, that's how it is and you just go with it because it's kind of fascinating a concept. And so, I don't know. Not mission, I mean game. I mean game. I think I would want to do it in a different engine that could be more flexible maybe, but I don't know. Just making... I have ideas for games that I kind of want to make, but it sounds like a complete pain in the ass to make a game. And if you're not a programmer, you got to know that programming is not just programming. Like, games are totally fundamentally different from other types of apps like Angel Loader, for example. Angel Loader is an app that has a UI framework, and it basically sort of sits there waiting for the user to click a button once in a while and then does a task, and it basically does things one at a time, whereas a game, it has to constantly run at 60 frames a second. It has to do a hardcore math and 3D stuff and deal with GPUs and stuff. With Angel Loader, doesn't have to do any of those things. And you have to use parallelism all the time to get it fast, and it's really, really different to program a game. Now, of course, I could just use an engine, but then game design and audio, I don't know. I couldn't do it all myself, so I'm just like, I have ideas, but I'm probably just not going to do it, at least not right now, because I just don't know. But there's another way to get into this dude's house, and I can't remember what it is. Is it just... You come up... No, what do you do? Yeah, you do come up from the... No, I go in here, but, like... How did I get in here? I got in here the first time I played. I'm sure I got in this way. Maybe I... Oh, that cellar. Yeah, of course. Yes. Okay, so there you are. So, yeah, I guess I shouldn't spoil, but there's a horror game, and I'm not going to tell you what it is in case it spoils it for you, but there's a horror game that I once played that it kind of made you think that the cause of the horror was this one thing. and you go through this whole rigmarole to like, to sort of address it, but then it's still there and it's a shock, and it's like, oh, maybe it's this other thing, and I kind of like that idea, so I'm thinking of ripping that off, you know. But I really... See, I know the haunted house cliche is such a cliche, but it's such a good idea, though, is why it's such... were used, because I like the idea of a surreal haunted house where things are just wrong, reality is just not quite right, and things happen that don't make logical sense, but that make surreal sense. Like, when you see them happening, you won't think, oh, this is just literally random. You'll think, this somehow makes weird sense, but I can't place why. And so, yeah, I don't know if there's a word for that surreal sense, but... You know, okay, well... So, I guess that's Lash, maybe? Lash LaRue. Can you keep your spurs from jingling and jangling? I don't know, Pulp Fiction? It's a good movie, man. Lots of quotables. Well, let's not start sucking each other's dicks just yet. I'm still appropriate for advertisers, apparently. It's amazing. I don't even know what... It must be text that's the criteria, so as long as I don't put murder in my title... or burning alive, like... All personnel must burn alive afore bathing was inappropriate for advertisers. Like, okay. We wouldn't want to offend people who burn alive for a living. Okay. I mean, if they burn dead, it wouldn't be for a living. It would be for a deading. So if you make a game about people who make a living in heck or other type of afterworlds, you have to call it a deading. Because ha 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 ha. Get it? Oh, yeah. Anyway. But yes. Surreality is a thing I like, even though I guess a lot of stuff I play and like isn't surreal. But I always like it when stuff is. And I guess you don't want everything to be surreal. I do want normal things, too. But, goddamn, like, yeah, surreal horror or psychological horror, maybe you'd call it, that just messes with your head. Because horror that's just like... Because, like, let me tell you, the first Resident Evil movie, I guess there was more, but I only saw the one. You know, the one where they just go in a facility and it's the gas in the facility that gets released through the vents and everyone dies and turns into zombies. You know, that one. Now, I don't know if it's considered a good movie or whatever, but it's a video game movie, so maybe not. But I'll tell you what my problem with it was specifically. It's that when they go in... Right. Hang on. Is there a specific key? Maybe. Did I get it already? Oh, yeah. So, when they go in to the building to, like, see what happened, and they go all the way down to the lowest level, there's some kind of computer that talks to them, I think it is. And, this computer explains in excruciating detail why their zombies are just like, oh, well, they were humans, but then there was this toxin that got released to the vents that stripped them of all their higher thinking, and so they now only have the basest of instincts, the need to feed. And I'm like, dude, so they're basically just a bunch of hungry bears. Now, I'm not saying that being stalked by a bunch of hungry bears wouldn't be scary in real life, but in a movie, it's super lame. Like, at first they were scary because they were surreal and the guy with a broken foot was still walking, and it's like, why are they alive and walking when they're dead? And it was scary. But then they go and explain everything, and it just ruins the entire thing. Like, oh, they need to feed. They're hungry. That's not freaking scary. So that's why zombies are usually not scary. Not that they can't be fun, but, okay, 8. So I guess I can open everything. Weird. But they're just too normal. And zombies also... Yeah, I'm going to read this in a second. You're going to listen to me first, goddammit. Zombies also... Yeah, like, they're not realistic in the sense that they're dead but walking, like they're undead. So in that sense, they're not realistic, but in every other sense, they obey all the laws of reality. Like, they obey the laws of physics. They have physical bodies. They move with physical mechanics. You know, like, everything is just... Once you get over the fact that their faces might be scary, they're just, like, basically people walking around. And so it's really just not that interesting and not that scary. Whereas surreal stuff where you just really don't know what's going to happen, the ground's not under your feet, that's scary. Because some monster that doesn't obey physics or that just acts in a surreal way where it makes flow sense but not. But anyways, I don't know. I'd love to play games like that. If any of y'all kind of get what I'm going for and could recommend me some games like that, I would love to check them out. Anyways, Witherington finally installed the new Fishman safety deposit boxes I requested. Didn't trust his cheap boxes. Any half-decent boxman could crack them in a tick. The new ones, green no less, are said to be pick-proof, and I needed a safer place to store the ledger. My security here is good, but guards can be bought. A lock can't. That tavern wench is a thorn in my side. She doesn't intimidate, and what's worse, she has some muscle of her own. Seems she was pretty well connected in the city, has some dangerous friends. I have to be careful about how I proceed. It was a stroke of luck that Felgin just happened to know her in the city. When I bought his note from Bergman, he was more than willing to sell her down the river in exchange for having his gambling debt forgiven. It's only a matter of time now. All that's left is to contact Fergus in the city and have him acquire the evidence of her smuggling activities. Then the wench is mine. Wait. Oh yeah, this was the thing that confused me, because I had to find some dirt on Lash and leave it in Wendland's office, but this isn't it, because you can't take it. And I guess it doesn't count as dirt. Where was it, though? I remember looking all around for this. Okay, where? Okay, that's the front door. Oh, boy. Well, maybe it's here, in his bedroom. I don't know. Well, it's not there. Maybe it's here. No, it's not there. Maybe it's up here. No, I thought I remember there being a scroll up there, but I guess not. Yeah. The thing is, of course, since my first playthrough was off camera, I can't just go back and check the videos. I could look at the forum thread, but I don't want to do that. No, not unless I absolutely have to. And since I got it before, I'm pretty sure I can jog my memory eventually. Oh. Boy. Well, oh. These strings, when they go, no, it sounds like the starting two notes of this one song I composed way back in the day that has a beautiful melody and I still want to use, but the drum beat wasn't great. But yeah, the weird thing about this is that this is already opened with a secret switch, so you're already like, surely I found the secret in here. Why would there be another secret? I really just can't remember. I mean, the dirt has got to be here. She gave me the key and everything. Why is this not counting? Okay. Oh, it's in his box in the bank. Oh my god. Yeah, can you believe it? Wait. What's this then? This isn't the front door? Oh, that was the back door? Wow, okay. You just forget I said... Sometimes, because I remembered having a hard time with it, so I just thought I'm supposed to have a hard time with it. So I proceeded to have a hard time, but I forgot that if I would have just played this blind, I would have immediately realized, go to the freaking bank. Where's... Oh, this is a milkery. I'll steal some cheese. It's high in protein or something. I don't really remember. Wow, my throat is odd today. I don't know why. I haven't eaten any dairy because it's just expensive, and yeah, and it makes my throat gloopy, and apparently someone was like gross when I said that. So gloopy throat, gloopy throat, gloopy throat. Her. Also,
is someone there?
Possibly a guy inside. I don't know. Wouldn't this lead me down to the cellar? Oh yeah, I guess I just forgot to look in here. But sure. So, yes. The Belky place, the eating, yes. Because I'm just basically eating food that is generally healthy and not sweating the details, and it's worked wonders for me. But, there's all manner of diets that you can go on, and I'm just like... Yeah, well, I don't care about that. I just want to... Because there's... Speaking of stupid arguments on the internet, there's this thing called the paleo diet, I guess, which I guess is like, hey, it's eating like a caveman or something, and people are just like, no, it's not, and pointing out how it's not, and I'm like, man, that's such a stupid argument, because really you should be arguing over whether it's a decent way to eat or not, which is the point. Instead, people are just like, oh, the name, oh, it's so important. I don't really know anything about it anyway, so whatever. Oh, hey, I'm back here. Because there's lots of stuff that's badly named, but really the point is, like, is the thing a good idea or not? So, whatever. But, it's funny, because I crave a great big bowl of quinoa with 10,000 miles of veggies slathered over all top of it, in the same way I used to crave a whole ton of white bread with cheese buns and bags of chips and stuff. It's funny, I'm just like, because I used to be like, I'm craving some junk food, now I'm like, oh man, I'm craving some veggies and quinoa. Oh, it makes me sound so lame, but you know what? I love it, because it's just great. It's just great. Now, where's that freaking bank? See, a map would be okay, even though I guess it might not make sense to have a map, or maybe it does, I don't know, but see what I mean about it being a little confusing? The town's not that big, but... Oh, hey. The town's not that big, but it's like this thing that happens sometimes in missions where you keep going around in circles in one area and never getting to another, because... So thinking the bank was up on a hill like this or something, but... No, that's the art place. See, it's small, but it's that you get turned around a lot and you end up just circling and circling and circling. What the hell is this? It's a church. Never mind that. Oh yeah, that place is funny, but I don't want funny. This is real. Also, that is a place. Or is it? No, not that, but another thing next to it. This, I think... There's some high window somewhere up around here anyway. But, oh man. And I guess this is... Yeah, that's that. Wow, exciting. I don't want to cut because I want people to see exactly my pain in trying to find the bank. See what I mean? Where... I'm just going around and around and around and I'm just looping around and around. I thought it was at the edge of town. Oh. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh, that's the other way in here. Is this the bank? Now let's read the undoubtedly amusing rules. Missing. Have you seen Marcus? He was last seen leaving the village by the mill path in early first bloom. He is a swarthy fellow of very short stature, wearing a greasy brown leather jerkin and black leggings with a rip in the left knee. Always wears a green felt hat with a wide brim and a cock's feather in the band, and carries a cheap green and gold horn. If you have seen him or have any news of his whereabouts, contact Dougal of the town guard. Well, he's Robin Hood or something. Relinquish your cares at the Blackwell. Are you weary from travel? Are you tired of your fine leather shoes being worn on country cobbles, no question mark? Have you had enough of the local colour? The Blackwell is an elegant country retreat that knows how to meet the needs of the wealthy traveller. Come relieve your weariness in the lap of luxury and doom feelings. Sojourn at the Blackwell. Like, it's weird that they stay in business when people feel a sense of dread and doom and the place is blatantly haunted, but who cares? It's great. Well, I guess we know that from the book, so it's not a spoiler. Murder and mayhem at De Perrin Books. The latest issue of Intrigue in Alldale has arrived. Another shocking tale of greed, deceit, scandal, and chicanery awaits your reading pleasure. Get your copy while supplies last, only at De Perrin Books. There's some other note about that. Whatever, so I guess she's back up here now. Or something. I feel like I haven't explored all the rooms up in here. I don't know. I want to go to the bank because... God damn it. Oh. And I'm back at the church. Maybe I should try going more into the center of town then. Or looking for signs. That might be a better plan. There's no real money sign though, is there? Here. Just casually. Okay, yeah, here. The freaking bank. Good. Let's do the dang thing. So yeah, you can open all of these. I don't know why I thought you couldn't. Weird. Okay, here's the dirt. And I can't even read it. Disappointing, but hey, oh well. Got to leave it now. So I thought that there was something in here about how he's like, oh, I'm selling this trashy trash. Watch the birdie. But... oh, the latest issue of Intrigue in Alldale is in. I'm surprised so much of this pulp fiction sells in our little village, but I guess one never really knows their neighbors as well as they think they do. I'll put up a notice at the inn, bound to get some custom there. That new book on the Blackwell hauntings finally arrived. I've been anxious to stock it ever since I learned of its publication, for it's a bit of local history and bound to be popular here. There was a fellow in here just last week, in fact, asking for all I had about the manor and the Red Lady. Said he was staying at the hotel to investigate the legends. Some kind of archaeologist or historian, I guess. Maybe I'll send young Ramkin up to let him know it's arrived. Would be nice to have a buyer this quickly. But I think I'll take it home with me tonight and enjoy it myself first. I've been looking forward to reading it for some time. Right, well, that's that. Now that we've visited the Akbank, that's an actual bank, is or was an actual bank in, oh, I don't know, some country that isn't here. And, it sounds funny to an English ear, so Akbank. Akbank. I call every bank an Akbank. But regardless, Wendelin, here we are. Leave it on your, oh. Oh, I guess I reloaded after.
Is someone there?
That's funny. There's no way I reloaded. It was ghosts! Wait. Oh, hang on. This is totally new, isn't it? It was different and new, and I can only take 2 of the 3, and 1 of the 3. Okay, that's kind of random, but I guess Garrett's being nice. Oh yeah, he doesn't want to take all the food from his gal pal over there. Also, I like that Garrett, I like the rapport that Garrett and Wendelin have. It's fun to, and yeah, you go here and it doesn't open, so it's just kind of weirdly there. It's fun to have Garrett have an actual friend once in a while, you know? And it's, you know, it's fun to hear them shoot the breeze and talk the thief stuff together. So, here you go. So, I could just end the mission, but there's other stuff to do, but I think I'll clean that up next time when we could have some entertaining jokes. So, see you guys then, and bye!